Swallowed Star Chapter 490 Blood River World. Absolute beginning region. Thick mist shrouded the entire space. A huge ice planet had many broken star fragments orbiting about it, and Luo Feng's quarters was one of them. Hey, what do you think His Majesty is preparing for since he is buying so many things? There were so many universe ships flying in these past few days. Who knows? Anyway, he has large amounts of wealth, he can buy anything he wants. A few universe soldiers stood guard about the villa and chatted while patrolling. Shut up all, don't discuss about His Majesty. In the distance, a domain lord captain turned and shouted while directing the movers carrying the boxes. Yes. The guards all immediately stopped talking. Humph. Only then did that captain turn and continue with his instructions. You all place those huge boxes over there, right? These large boxes should be put here. They are very important, be careful and lift them gently. Within the entire villa, many boxes filled with different items were actually being arranged, taking up close to over 10 kilometers of area. The nutrition cabin was placed within Luo Feng's study. Within these 3 months, Luo Feng had been bathing within it all the time. The nutrition cabin slowly opened, a nude fit black-haired youth emerged from the almost clear nutrition liquid, stood up and immediately stepped out. The surface of his body immediately rose in temperature as it dried the remaining liquid. Following that, a dark red simple clothing immediately appeared and covered his body. My body is currently at Universe Level 9, and my spirit reading is at Universe Level 9 as well. Luo Feng flexed and exerted some strength. The solid muscles of his flexed with energy, causing the space around to tremor and explode. How weird. This nutrition cabin. Luo Feng turned to look at it. Within it was still a lot of the valuable liquid that he hadn't finished. In about 3 short months I rose straight to Universe Level 9, essentially from the point of evolving to reaching a point of feeling full and completely satisfied. Luo Feng's body strength had already reached saturation, unable to increase anymore. Unless he broke through to Domain Lord level, which will allow his body to evolve more. An evolution in the basic essence of his body would be the only way to raise its strength further. Of course, if needed, Luo Feng was able to immediately raise his body to Domain Lord level. The only issue was that his internal world was currently only Domain Level 6. Hence, he was unable to evolve further directly to Domain Lord Level 9, and could only bear with it for now. As Luo Feng walked out from his building, the waiters and guards who were busy with their work in the villa were all shocked. Your Majesty! Your Majesty! Everybody bowed respectfully. Your Majesty! Sector Lord Ao Duo also became a beam of light and flew over, bowing respectfully. Ha ha! Luo Feng looked at the large amount of shipments and laughed. So many goods these past few days, Ao Duo, sorry to trouble you. No problem. Ao Duo replied. Have all the goods arrived? Luo Feng asked. Your Majesty's orders have all arrived, everything is here. Ao Duo replied respectfully. Luo Feng nodded and his eyes gleamed as he saw the large amount goods that took up over 10 kilometers. The goods that he spent 860 mixed elements on were all here. As he knew the points were extremely valuable, he tried not to use the points as much as possible. 860 mixed elements. This amount was available for him due to the dividends he got from Ping Hai Company, especially from that huge investment. Of course, the main thing was the money remaining within the company to generate even more funds. Since Luo Feng himself had close to 1,000 mixed elements, he ended up using 860 of them at one go. With these, the Golden Horned Beasts deities of the world's second level will have some progress. Luo Feng thought. These goods before him included the Cloud Contact Vine's many nutritional items. These were the things that he prepared before heading to Blood River World. However, the most important things were still the materials for the Golden Horned Beasts training of deities of the world. Training deities of the world had extremely high requirements, the weaker one was the easier it was to train. The first level of deities of the world was completed by Luo Feng in Primal Chaos City. This was because the Golden Horned Beast was weaker back then. That and because Luo Feng was able to purchase many valuable materials to complete it. Many Golden Horned Beasts only completed the first level throughout their entire lives. The second level required extremely rare materials. However, it was a pity that he was not able to afford some of the materials. This time he spent 860 mixed elements, of which over 830 of them were used for the training materials for the second level, and this was still only the cheaper portion of the training. As for the special materials, even the treasure trove didn't have it. When it came to the expensive parts, Luo Feng couldn't afford them. The effects of deities of the world are intrepid, however the requirements are too harsh. The second level requires the Kan Luo Sea's feathers, that alone requires 12 million. As for some items, they might as well not be in the treasure trove. Luo Feng thought it was no wonder this technique was so hard to train. The cost for the second level to complete was extremely huge. At least, as he was only a small figure within the Virtual Universe Company, Luo Feng still couldn't see the end in sight. Phew! Luo Feng raised his hand and had Babata keep all the items in his storage space. The many items required at least 10 kilometers in space. However, in truth it didn't take up that much space, at least with Luo Feng's current status, buying a larger space ring was easy. Second day. Luo Feng wore black armor and boots, and carried a 6-edged shield and a blood shadow blade. These were all custom made for his mission on Blood River World. As the cloud contact vine and quantum computer on his arm didn't fit the regulations of the world, he passed them to the Masha clan body to wear. Of course, Babata hid within his storage space according to Luo Feng's instructions. Babata, you are forbidden from showing your presence in any way on Blood River Planet. The most you can do is mentally communicate with me. Damn, I've been with your teacher through so many life or death situations, relax. Babata said. Luo Feng stood in the villa and looked at the skies engulfed in mist. Rumble! A universe ship descended from the distance on Luo Feng's star fragment. Your Majesty, be careful on your mission. Ao Duo advised respectfully. Luo Feng nodded, becoming a beam of light and flying over. Good luck, Your Majesty. Over 100 guards and 1,000 staff members all said simultaneously. The distant Luo Feng had already entered the universe ship sent by the Virtual Universe Company, and quickly vanished with the ship. Dark Universe, this fish-shaped universe ship was swiftly progressing. Your Majesty, we are heading to Blood River World. Our speed has already reached 36 times light speed, we'll arrive in about 19 hours. A purple short-haired, beautiful-looking lady with a furry tail who appeared very serious explained to Luo Feng. After 19 hours I'll inform Your Majesty. Until then you can rest. Thanks. Luo Feng nodded. After which Luo Feng sat in the sofa beside and poured himself a glass of wine. As he was tasting it, he also sent a thread of his consciousness into the virtual universe to practice the blade technique, illusionary 7 blades. Currently, every blade was already completely ingrained into his consciousness. Even so, amongst the 7 blades his most proficient was still the Dutchman's pipe. Maybe it was because the Masha clan was proficient in assassination, or the fact that long periods of time spent on this training move had made his comprehension of it the deepest. Hence, even Luo Feng's earth bodies too was the most proficient in the Dutchman's pipe. As he was recapping the blade work and movement, 19 hours passed quickly. Your Majesty, we'll begin universe travel quickly and return to the actual universe. The purple short-haired lady said coldly. Simultaneously the ship's control room resounded with the countdown of the universe travel. After 10 seconds, the entire ship shook slightly and became stable again. The ship had finally arrived. External simulation. The lady ordered. Luo Feng's eyes gleamed as the surrounding scenery morphed and revealed the external world's virtual simulation. So beautiful. Luo Feng was shocked. What appeared before him was the external world, which was covered in mist. It also contained all kinds of space debris, making it even more mysterious. However, in the distance was an incredibly beautiful palace that was floating in space itself. This palace is called Heaven Erosion Palace. A few of our Virtual Universe Company Absolute Warriors are studying within. They are also in charge of watching over Blood River World. The purple-haired lady introduced. Within the palace not far away, there's a large empty sector. It has enough space to allow a universe ship to accelerate to universe travel. Heaven Erosion Palace Watchtower? Luo Feng was shocked. Right. The lady nodded. The moment anyone flies out from Blood River World, they'll be discovered. If it's our people, they will naturally be safely taken in. If it's an aboriginal from Blood River World, naturally they won't fare too well. I'll send you there right away. Once you exit this ship, it isn't too far away from Blood River World. Your Majesty Luo Feng will have to rely on your own ship. The dark purple-haired lady said. Your Majesty should have brought your own ship, right? This point was mentioned in the training mission manual. Understood. Luo Feng nodded. Hua! The cabin door opened and Luo Feng, who was dressed in a completely black armor and boots while carrying a shield and blade, flew out of the ship into space. Heaven Erosion Palace. Luo Feng stood there, staring at the distant palace. With a wave, a silver pyramid ship appeared. It was the automaton ship he had acquired on Earth. This ship was definitely a very exceptional ship. Whether it was mobility or defense, it was not bad. Ship exterior simulation. Simulate a normal meteorite fragment. Luo Feng entered the silver pyramid and ordered. Yes, master. The exterior of the ship morphed and quickly became a gray normal-looking meteorite fragment. Looking like nothing within the space, it quickly accelerated and headed towards Blood River World. Standing in the control room, Luo Feng looked ahead. In the distance was an incredibly vast continent floating in space. It was completely shrouded in clouds and the atmosphere. This was Blood River World. Another 3 hours before entering the outer atmosphere. Luo Feng nodded. Blood River World had welcomed another outsider.